Speaking of Nypsies, can we get straight to business?
Yes.
Because I haven't got long.
You've got to go.
And there's a couple of things we've got to address.
Do we ever?
Firstly, purple. No one actually represents this more than purple.
Yes, that's right.
Nypsying around at a considerably lower level, but doing an unbelievably good job, but under the radar because no one sort of knew or what he did or who he was or anything like that.
A real Wrangler wearing sort of black Bond T-shirt sort of setup.
That's it. That's it.
With no game.
So bringing nothing to the visual table and nothing to the people don't know who he was table.
Exactly. He went with his own coloured hair.
That's it.
Yep.
And then he gets on to Triple M and...
black Subaru Impreza with the windows tinted. Hair, nice purple tint in it.
That's it.
Goes with a real skinny leg job now and a pointy boot.
So this is where we get with purple.
That's right.
Goes from really zero to hero.
Nerd.
I've never once coloured my hair just for the record.
And so what we did is the same olive branch that lifted purple to exalted heights.
Thought we'd take on another boy.
I was already there though. Jim.
No, you weren't purple, but we handed that same olive branch to a young man at the small paper called J.Z. Clark.
That's right. Yep. Another real boring setup.
To the point where he...
had nothing.
To the point where he was on a private jet to Adelaide. J.Z. Clark.
We're listening.
His preferred mode of... Well, not his preferred mode of transport to games of footy was the tram and occasionally a train if he was lucky. All of a sudden finds himself on a private Lear jet.
That's it.
Over to Adelaide with... elite company, and
that's it.
And we thought, okay, well now we've given him a taste of the good life, Jim.
Well, and so with that as the scene setter, and he's done some on-air work with Triple M, and it was okay. And on a nice improving curve.
Scope.
What happened during the week?
Well, he's bobbed up and done not a 2-minute. Can you update us on what's going on at training setup? An in-studio hour with one of those aforementioned low-rating Nypsy stations.
But Chief, where does that leave him now?
Well, I suspect it leaves him on the outer, does it not?
Oh, you don't come back from that.
Well, you don't dabble and then think you can just walk back into Triple M with, an open door policy. Sure.
It's like you in the halcyon days at Hawthorn.
Yep.
When you had the premierships just on platter, dragging some bloke. Don't kick me, Snorkel. Dragging some bloke out of the sunshine seconds. And giving him a run on the bench for the Hawks. And how does he repay you? He goes back to sunshine and has another run around. And honestly, it's just not acceptable.
He's listening, Gary.
Well, of course he's listening.
So what sort of penance needs to be served? Or is it just an excommunication, Jim?
Well,
you're the team boss.
The thing I liked...
It's a good point, actually. And I'll tell you what's going to happen is the pack... who are in rare final form, Chaos in his pack will turn like you've never seen him turn.
Well, he needs to... this is what needs to happen. The old-fashioned kangaroo court. He needs to present to this group on air and plead his case.
Does he?
As to why the door is not firmly shut in his face.
In which forum, Jim?
There's good a forum
Saturday
as we
rub
got
tomorrow,
now, Saturday rub.
All right.
He can turn up.
Get Spud involved.
He can get on, and he needs to front up in person. He doesn't ring.
No.
He comes in.
He might have something on tomorrow.
Purple. If he wants the glory, if he wants the golden trail, then he needs to turn up and speak his case to us as to why he has a future still at Triple M
needs
football.
To get off.
You wonder why we're hated by every other media person.
He needs to get off the couch, Warrior, and get his little jelly belly going and get himself to Triple M by 12 o'clock.
That's it.
12 o'clock off the top tomorrow.
Bring coffee. Well, it's not necessarily off the top. He can sit and wait until we get to him. But
Purple,
he needs to be there.
Have you seen the movie Wall Street?
Yep.
Do you understand what Charlie Sheen had to do to finally get himself? he put disguises on. He went up all sorts of workman's lifts.
He went quickly, though.
But that was the thing.
Very
he
quickly.
was prepared to do whatever it took. This man has gone down a horrible path. And he needs to...
gone backwards, Jim.
Backwards. He's in free fall. He needs to atone.
I'll tell you what he needs to do too. Is if he's this is the ultimate test, Jim.
Yes.
Is to come in when we do get him in, and give us an honest assessment of what it was like.
That's it.
At the other station.
That's it.
Well, you could pull it apart, maybe. Critique it, little segment by segment.
I'm not listening to his boring stuff for a whole hour. I want him to come in and tell me what it was like to sit it there and what sort of stuff they did.
Right. Is that true that he wears inserts in his wheels to improve his vertical stature?
Yes, of course it is. Yep.
See, there's another explanation he's got to make.